Hello and welcome to my weekly update now in Minecraft 1.8. 1.8 is out. I haven't actually had a chance to play around with it. There's nothing new built in this world so far. Or yet, I don't know which would be the right term to use. And really isn't much to talk about in this episode because there really hasn't been that much changes my on my channel. But let's start with subscribers number. I am at 192, the highest I've been so far. Not 192, 292. Sorry, which is awesome. Thank you for subscribing and stuff like that. I appreciate it. But yeah, not really much to talk about. Every series is going well. There wasn't one. There wasn't, of course, Saturday. You didn't get any videos, but you will this Saturday. I already recorded the Phantasmagoria videos, so look forward to that. Um, yeah. Oh, I guess since there really isn't much to talk. Oh, my IMDb movie list should be updated. I haven't actually done it yet, but I'm planning on doing it. And even if I haven't, you should go check it out. I made a list on IMDb of some of my favorite movies. It's a very long list. I have a lot of favorite movies, mostly because I've seen a lot of movies. So if you like movies, you should go check out that list because there's a possibility that there are some of these movies you probably wouldn't have seen. There's a lot of not very known movies on that list. Not because I necessarily go for the lesser known movies, but because I don't know, a lot of the lesser known movies are, in my opinion, the great ones because the movies that are well known are often mediocre. Nothing wrong with mediocre, but it's just not great. Um, that's actually one of the things that's wrong with both movies and video games these days is that a lot of game developers and a lot of movie directors and producers are making movies slash games that satisfies everybody. And when you try to satisfy a really large group of people, your product becomes mediocre. If you try to make to a smaller market, a smaller group of people, there's a bigger chance that that would stand out. And unfortunately, movies and games seem to have hit the point where we don't really get a few times get the movies and games that stand out, but most of the times it just feels so goddamn mediocre. And especially the ones that get noticed, the ones that all the bigger game gamer gaming reviewers and stuff like that, the ones they focus on are often like, especially the franchises and stuff like that. But I think I talked about that a lot. But I think since I don't really have much to talk about, I will do a quick game review because yesterday I completed Crisis 2 just on my own, not for my channel. And I liked that game. That was a good game in my opinion. That's what I want to see in games. It was linear, but still in each of the different areas we're in were kind of open. You had a lot of possibilities, but there were always like one way of getting through the level. But it it was a I really liked the game. The only things, and this you'll probably only get these things if you actually tried the game. I'll try to explain these things as well as possible. The only things I didn't like about the game was the fact that the maximum shield ability you have, where you put up a shield, was sometimes it was you didn't always notice when you didn't have that ability on anymore because the only indicator that it was on, at least the only indicator I noticed, was the fact that you had kind of like some tiles kind of fields out in the sides of the screen that symbolized that it was on. But if you were in like dark areas or in what's it called, in Ironside mode, you wouldn't really notice it, or if there was a lot of gunfire, and that's the time you needed the most. You did get that whole low energy thing on the screen, but the shield would actually last a bit longer than 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 after that started flashing. So suddenly your shield would be off, and the time you notice it is when you actually was start taking a lot of damage. So in my opinion, if I had made if I should remake one thing, it would be the fact that you actually kind of like maybe a noise or something that tells you your shield is now off. That would have been really nice. Another thing I really kind of hated about the game was the fact that some of the weapons you couldn't pick up, you couldn't refill with ammo, and you were not told what these weapons were until you tried to refill them with ammo. And so there's a lot of the time if I had known that I could not refill ammo for this weapon, I would probably not have picked it up, and that kind of screwed me over a couple of times. There was an overall confusion in the game, but I don't know, that's not really a complaint because it's in the middle of a war zone against aliens and stuff like that and humans. So that would be kind of confusing but I did die a lot in that game. I enjoyed it very much. So if you haven't tried it, you should try Crisis 2. And if you haven't seen my playthrough of Crisis 1, you should go check it out. It's awesome. It was one of my early playthroughs. I think it was my third PC playthrough. I think I did the Thing and Messiah before that. I actually got a comment on one of my Messiah videos here the other day saying, "You're horrible, noob." First of all, I do not appreciate the word horrible. Had you said I sucked at the game, yes, I would agree with you. But I do not appreciate being called horrible because to me, saying that someone is horrible is just it's going over the line. I think horrible is a kind of strong word. Saying you suck, that's just a kind of more loose. You're bad at this game. Horrible is a strong word, dude. Don't use it. And also, I couldn't reply to that comment. I would have actually said I know under it because I don't think the person meant to say that I was a horrible person, even though the word horrible, I think that's what the word horrible said. He probably meant like I sucked at the game, and I would have said I know under them, but as a reply, but I couldn't comment on it. I don't know why. I've had that before. Some comments that I just couldn't reply to. I don't know if that's YouTube. If that's YouTube, then fuck you, YouTube. Get that fixed. When people write comments on my videos on my channel, I should have the right to reply. And if it's a personal thing that people can do, I do not want replies to my comments, then don't fucking reply to my channel, comment on my channel. If you can't accept that to get replies, you shouldn't comment. I don't know what it is, but it sucked. It really did. That I couldn't reply. I don't really mind the negative comments. I haven't gotten really, not getting many dislikes. That's the thing I really don't like is getting dislikes because people who dislike videos, it's stupid. I don't mind people saying, "Hey, you're not really good at this game," because I can reply to that. I can't reply to somebody disliking me. So, people who just press the dislike button and don't write anything, well, they're cowards. They're hiding behind a screen and thinking, "Hey, there's no windows here." That's what. That wasn't actually what I was going to say, but yeah, they are cowards. They're hiding behind a screen, and they don't have that. They feel like their actions don't have consequences, but they do. There are always consequences, right, pigs? He actually looked over here. Can I sleep now? No. Anything else? Anything else? I've been thinking about doing some montages of my older videos. Maybe do a kind of trailer montage for each of my different playthroughs. Like, for instance, doing one for my... Whoa, excuse me. Ugh, my voice. I got something stuck in my throat. Air. That was uncomfortable. But yeah, like for instance, do a video of all the funny moments from Rick Dangerous, which was my very first playthrough. I can't see where I'm clicking. There we go. Oh, I can't sleep at night, and I can only sleep at night. So kind of do that and kind of have those videos, or maybe do an overall uh, montage of funny moments on this channel. Um, Problem is, I have to look through a shitload of videos. I made over 2,000 videos, and a lot of them is like 30 to 45 minutes long. Especially you know, my Fallen Earth videos are pretty long. But yeah, well, that would be funny to make though. I still have all footage, not the raw fraps files, because that would be sick. It's like it's like 1 gigabyte for 1 minute, but like all the edited, not edited, processed footage I have. I noticed that actually, funny thing, I noticed that a lot of people don't own the and still have all their footage because I've heard people that for some reason their channel kind of either got deleted or died, and they was like, "Oh, but now I don't have my videos." Or someone who actually wanted to make a montage, like I'm just thinking about, they had to download their videos from YouTube. Why don't people keep their footage? I mean, yes, they take up a lot of room, but external hard drives really aren't that expensive these days, especially not if it's just for storage. I bought the last uh, hard drive I bought. It was like a year ago, so maybe a little more. But it was like I think it's 2 terabytes and a compact one that doesn't require electricity. I think that's pretty standard these days. But yeah, it was like I think it was 500 Danish crowns. I don't know how much that is, but you can probably like do the math. But yeah, I think that's pretty cheap because it takes some time to fill a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have a lot of hard drives, mostly because I download a lot of games from like abandonware sites and stuff like that, and free games, and I also take a lot of pictures, and I videotape a lot, so there's a lot of footage and stuff like that. I have a lot of things on hard drives, something not as legal. uh, uh, yeah, show me one person that doesn't have one pirated item on somewhere, and you would meet a saint. Anyway, like I said, I didn't have much to talk about in this episode. Um, I think the Shining Force is pretty close to an end. I think we are in the second to last chapter of that game. Not sure, but so yeah, that will be pretty. So that will soon be over. So I'll be starting a new game there. Um, I think I'm just gonna end this. I've actually talked a lot more than I planned to. So yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe if you like what you see, but only if you like what you see. I don't want people hanging around, subscribe to me, and not watching my videos. You don't have to watch all my videos. That's the wonder of my channel. That's what the whole idea of my channel is. You can subscribe for just one of my series, because I do a lot of different kind of games, and that's basically that's what I'm trying to create. I'm trying to create a channel where you can come and like watch whatever you want, and you can like go through my older playthroughs, my older series. That's what I do. I often go to other people's channels when I subscribe to people's channels. I actually wait until their playthrough is done, their series, and then watch it. I hope that's what is happening from on this channel as well, because I don't get that many views on my Let's Plays, but I do seem to get a lot of views, I've noticed, later on. I mean, so that's pretty cool. So I'm hoping that my series, Stalker, Phantasmagoria, Shining Force, will attract a few more views, because I do put a lot of effort into those games, and they're super fun games, I promise you. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm just ranting now, and I'll see you next time for more updates, and I'll see you tomorrow for more gaming. Bye.